Hi, Ms. Camacho. So this is my video of my study binder for the scan study materials and all the scan assignments. The first one would be molecular diagnostics and laboratory calculations, both of them which were due July 5th. This is my laboratory calculations page, all the work that I did for that. My week study areas, which I have problems with, my study guide, which is mostly the examples of what to do, sensitivity, specificity definitions, and the formulas, my post quiz, and my test evaluation. Following that would be the chapter 9 molecular diagnostics page, also due July 5th. For this one we have my pre-quiz as always, which it has markings of which I got right and which I got wrong, my weak content areas in this case, which was a definition, and my study guide, which was just the definitions, me writing out the definitions, my post quiz, and my test evaluation. Following that, which is the second assignment, which was clinical fluids and laboratory operations, both of which were due July 11th, 2021. This is the clinical fluids analysis. It's just all the questions combined. You can see I was correcting it. A weak study areas, in this case, was mostly the urine reagent strips, the functions and principles. I had a lot of trouble remembering what was what for that one. Urine sediments, I really like charts and tables, especially from the textbook. I believe this is the textbook we used for that class. These really helped when I was studying originally for the class, so I believed, and they did help me study again when I was doing it for the summer assignments. My post quiz and my test evaluation. Laboratory operations, which is the same thing. Laboratory operations, also due July 11th, 2021. My week's content areas, which was the governing organizations and their functions. So my study guide was just all the organizations, all the laws, and kind of a little explanation of what they were. And then my post quiz, and of course my test evaluation at the end. Following that, I'm sorry, I just want to make sure I got all of it. Following that is the hemostasis unit, chapter 4, which was due July 11th, 2021. My bad. It was due July 18th. I apologize for that. Here's my pre-quiz with all my marks and corrections. My weak content areas, which I think in this one was mostly the diseases and the descriptions of the factors and stuff, because I did forget about that. I remember we studied about it in, I believe it was hematology unit 2, and so I had these tables and I had these charts that I made myself or I got from the textbook that I remember really helped me when I was studying at the time. This is a document of a homework assignment that we did for the coagulation unit, and this really helped me when I was studying because it was an overall presentation of everything that happened, and so I used it again to help me with the post quiz for this unit. That's my post quiz and my test evaluation. Following that was chapter 8 chemistry, which was due July 25th, 2021. And so here, of course, is my pre-quiz. I apologize for that. My pre-quiz. And then this is my week study areas, which I believe for this one was mostly disease states and correlations with the cause and effects, and some other test functions and substrates, because I know I do have a lot of trouble with that, so I've been working on that. I've been looking at the reviews for that. And so here are some test substrates that I got from a textbook, because they summarized it already, and so I found that was a good way to just make sure I knew the key details that I really needed to know, most commonly used methods, all of which were very important. Of course, diseases, I have a lot of trouble remembering what diseases mean what, so it would help. So since I have this input it in the study guide, they did help. There's a couple more. I believe this is diseases and more details that I thought were relatively important. My post quiz and my test evaluation at the end. Following that was immunology and serology. Of course, again, let me scroll to the top. This one was due August 1st, 2021. And so my pre-quiz, my week study areas, my study guides. I really like it getting from a text, but I believe I got this one from the this immunology class that we took during not this summer, but the last summer before that. I remember these these were very important, and I saved these pictures so I could remember where they came from and what they did. This is my post quiz, and then my test evaluation at the end. Following that was chapter 3, hematology, which was due August 8th, 2021, so a little bit earlier last month. And so of course the same format would be the pre-quiz with all my corrections in there. My weak study areas, this one I had a lot in, and so my study guides, the CD markers, the ones that I got wrong, the mutations I also got wrong a couple of times, some other CD markers, granular content, which is something that I have another piece of paper for, but these tables really summarize all I was looking for. The stains was something I remember I had a problem with because there's a lot of stains and I got a little bit confused, but I was able to successfully figure them out. There's some more stuff, and then my post quiz. If the correction was on the top, I think I got 100 on this one, and my test evaluation at the end on comparing how I did. Following that was chapter 7, immunohematology and blood transfusion, due August 15th. And so this one is my pre-quiz, which does have my corrections in there. My weak study areas, my study guide, this one was a table that I made, I believe, during the class. It has all of the main systems that we need to know, the antigen names, the systems, the antibody phase of reaction, dosage, enzyme reaction, Ig type, natural or immune, and some other things, the diseases that we needed to test before we were able to donate blood, types of deferral. I got a couple of these wrong in my original time, so I want to make sure I got it right again. This one was the storage and expiration dates, which is something that I remember I made a table for during the class, and it did help me, so I included it here. And then my post-quiz results, which my corrections at the top, as you can see. And my test evaluation. Then we have chapter 1, microbiology, which was due August 22nd, 2021. Let me go to the top. So this is my pre-quiz. My corrections in there. For this one, I believe my main focus was making sure I knew all the diseases, connecting them to the test results and the organisms. And so I have a little table about the different types of agars that we can use. And something that really helped me was all these papers that we got from, I believe it was Miss Almeida, or if not Miss Almeida, I made them. It was very helpful for when we were taking the class, and it summarized all the very key important parts that we needed to know. So I wanted to make sure that I used them again to study, because since they helped me so much the first time, why shouldn't they help me with the second time I'm going through them? It was a very nice summary of all the important details that I think I needed to know. My post quiz. And then finally, my test evaluation at the end, my little paragraph. And the very last summer assignment was mycology of virology and parasitology, due August 29th. So this is my pre-quiz. My weak study areas is, again, I know I have this trouble a lot of connecting organism to descriptions to the diseases, and so I made a little study guide, a little table with the organisms, some of the diseases, or the symptoms that they cause, and just general information that I believe I should have known. My post quiz, I did a little bit better in this one. I didn't get 100, which is okay, but I did improve my grade. And then my test evaluation. I believe that was everything you needed from me. So please let me know if I didn't do everything, and if not, have a good day, Miss Camacho.